Tonight, from Skate of the NFL on EA Sports. Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Giants.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start. I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Giants.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, you do I ever.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Jones throwing on first down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Complete to
nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
First down, Giants.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Ball carrier.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. And there they bring pressure from the inside and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Jones sacked. A loss of...
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Returnable for Lockett. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here come the Seahawks. Time for that offense and quarterback Russell Wilson to go to work.
Well, in prep for this one, it was fun talking with the defensive staff because they had to review last week's game tapes where he threw for over 400 yards. And they started ho-humming that performance. And finally, you said he threw for over 400. That's got to be significant. That's why he won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
They better be careful what they wish for, ho-humming. He might do it again here in this one. Rolling to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson, flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Max Crosby on the tackle. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now it's Wilson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
The kick is good.
Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, if we can score special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that...
Ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
5-yard line.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Jaron Reed in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Operating from the gun, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. He showed off a nice juke of the defender, but the next wave there to bring him down. 5 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want under.
47-yard punt, a return of 4. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 At their own.
Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Here's Jones. The throw again, and he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. We're in the second quarter. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jared Reed, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. The Giants on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jones. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
It's a gain of
17 yards and a Giant first down.
Giants first down.
Operating from the gun. Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get 1, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And taken down just past the 20 and about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of down.
This is caught inside the 15. 36 yards on the play.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And 10.
To throw again. Wilson flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice with the encore. If you know, you know.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. This one caught by Ridley. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Jones throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, but it'll be 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now Jones. Back to the air on second down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was the visiting Chiefs who come in and get the victory on the road. 24-21, the final score. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. And lastly, Monday Night Football has a good one lined up between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
DK Metcalf and the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Play action. It's Wilson rolling to his right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. To throw again is Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
58-yard attempt.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it.
38. Giants 10.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
At their own 25.
Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. And boy, Charles, they have to find a way to just get him some time to breathe back there. He's been pressured throughout this game.
And I'll bet in his mind he's thinking the focus shouldn't be on how many times I've gone down. It's where is it happening? Where are the breakdowns up front? He'll never say it publicly because good leaders don't do that. But they've got to figure out what's happening in the offensive line to keep people away from him so he actually has a chance to throw the football, because so far that has not been the case.
5 full sacks against him. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Ingram.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he will find Ridley. That's complete.
complete to number
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
29-yard line.
DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Xavier McKinney.
Play action. Now Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks. Touchdown. DK Metcalf, 32 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
All day, just like that. Just like that. Mike.
Jones now on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Jones
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Bobby Wagner able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. The Giants on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They'll set up the screen to Barkley.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Throwing Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Knocked down at the line of scrimmage.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Yards to go.
From the gun, Jones. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
This will be caught at about the 6.
Jones
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Barkley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is in. So they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Jamal Adams.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll roll him out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back. He's got a man. Complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Dancing to his left. He'll find Metcalf. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find it.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. For them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. New York ready to go again offensively. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
57, Mike, 57.
Throwing again. Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. And he's got his man on the out route.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down.
The Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their
DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good, and I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 19. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6. At the 12-yard line.
From the gun. Jones. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
And the Giants are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped. And I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the West.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.